Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, R.I.P. Rest in peace, the Queen of England. We've probably all heard that by now. She's passed away with 96 years old. And in the world of boxing, it reverberates. Even the big, huge fight with the women, a big fight that I was really anticipating with Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields, two extraordinarily good women fighter. The card was great. So everything is postponed in England. And guys and gals, rightfully so, man. It's the Queen. We don't have that kind of stuff, but the Queen is important, so it is what it is. But I have something in the lightweight division which is very interesting, and I saw this. Bob Arum, who, you know, much props to Bob Arum, man. The guy's 90 years old and still flying all over the world. The man is over in England, for the Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields fight, which I shouldn't be saying nobody's name before Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall fight. To check it out and support, right? And he's over there at 90 years old, still coherent, still able to talk and give his opinion on things, which we don't agree that much. But I'm going to just say this. How often do anybody of color, agree with a 90-year-old white person? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta, the younger generation has to kind of accept that, these people was living, man was living in the 30s and 40s. Right, so he ain't gonna agree with somebody who was born in the damn 90s or 2000. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way that is. So we gotta live with that. But Bob Arum, also, we know things that we know. We know about what's on his chalkboard with MBFs, which for those needed translated and you don't know, yeah, no black fighters. He was told by one of his guys, Duncan Robinson, one of his Pizos, had told on him in a nice way. He said it's respectful because what they're saying is black fighters are the bomb, and keep our fighters away from them if we can, which is true, right? So it's not really a bad thing, but it's something that exists, right? On Bob Arum's chalkboard, and Bob Arum just said something that was kind of weird to me again, but it's not weird. I know what time it is, but it's just something I'm just going to mention. We're thinking about Devin Haney, the undisputed lightweight champion at 23 years old, and had to do dumb-ish to get it. He had to go to Australia to fight George Kambosos, right? And then sign with someone else to do it and get less money in the second fight against a fighter that's not better than him, right? And now he's an undisputed lightweight champion, and still the only undisputed champion where there's nobody that wants to fight him. No mandatories, nobody stepping up, begging to fight him, nothing. People calling him, like Isaac Cruz, who I like, right? Because he comes forward and he's trying to throw hard punches, like a little lightweight Maidana or something, right? But he gonna call him boring, right? Once a fighter calls another fighter boring, that means he knows what time it is and knows what to say about a fighter of color. I don't really hear boring with fighters that are not of color. Who's boring that's not of color? Y'all answer me that in the comment section. Who? I don't really know. I mean, I know who I would consider if by the criteria who's boring, but they don't consider it boring when they're not of color. They consider it good movement and stuff we've never seen before. That's what that would be considered, right? As soon as he's not of color and he moves around and hits you and don't get hit, then he is the bomb, the best we've ever seen. And if you don't believe me, what is Lomachenko considered? And that brings me to Lomachenko. Lomachenko doesn't want to fight Devin Haney before. Right? Bottom line, I hate to be honest, but damn it, Devin Haney was his mandatory and he just asked for a franchise title. Either he asked for it or the WBC gave it to him, even though he didn't ask for it. So either scenario is ridiculous and embarrassing, right? Either the WBC is corrupt or Lomachenko didn't want to fight Devin Haney. And he shouldn't have accepted it in the first place. Should have just said, I'm going to beat him up and then go fight Teofimo Lopez. But that's not what happened. So that Devin Haney was calling him Lomachenko and everything, couldn't get the fight. So now Devin Haney is undisputed, right? And can you remember what they were saying when Devin Haney was fighting? Who was fighting the fighter before? I think Jojo Diaz, before fighting your boy Kambosos. Do you remember what was said? He has to look good. He has to look impressive, right? In order, that's what George Kambosos was saying. Same thing they tell Demetrius Andrade by every fight. He has to look good. He has to look impressive, and maybe Canelo will look at him. Champions don't got to look like ish. I'm a champion. You supposed to want my damn belt is what's supposed to be going on. But when it's brothers, it's like they got to look like something when they fight. So Bob Arum said to the undisputed champion, Devin Haney, that he has to look impressive if he wants to get the Lomachenko fight. The undisputed dude has to look impressive. And then a sentence later says that nothing about Lomachenko, who's going to fight a lesser fighter, right? How he has to look to fight Devin Haney. Damn it, Lomachenko should have to look impressive to get the fight with the undisputed fighter. But he doesn't. But the undisputed fighter has to look impressive to get him. Guys, you know what time it is. I have to mention stuff like that, even though every fighter I mentioned, except, did I mention Canelo? There was the only one that I would mention that I don't like. Actually, I like them all. I like them all. But Devin Haney, when it comes to the lightweights, I'll say it again. It's Devin Haney and the rest. This guy wants to fight everybody. And if you don't know everybody he's been trying to fight who is of note in the lightweight division. And I'm just going to say him before I go off. Lomachenko he tried to fight. Ryan Garcia, his mandatory, he tried to fight. Teofimo Lopez after he beat Lomachenko. Jojo Diaz, who had to fight him, but he was trying to fight Ryan Garcia instead. Kambosos was going to try to fight Lomachenko instead of him. All these people, Gervonta Davis, never want none. There ain't nobody else left in the damn division. And now the newest is Isaac Cruz going to call him boring instead of I want to fight. So Devin Haney's right again. They say everything about me or to me except let's fight. That's why he's the baddest one there, and it ain't even close. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all. Have a good one.